Levi Trumbull reporting in Myersville, Maryland. So here's the thing. Here's what's going on this morning. I received a news tip last night from Shaun Porter. He's right here. But within this news tip, he didn't give me very much information. He said he's got a lot to talk about. He said he has big breaking news, things that he needs to get off his chest, things that he needs to bring to you guys, the viewers, something that he said was very important. I, standing here right now, have no idea what it is. I'm hoping to find out what it is and be able to pick his brain about what it is that he is so concerned with. So here we are in beautiful Myersville, Maryland. Shaun, what brings you out here today, and what was the reason you sent me a news tip and a request for press inquiry last night? What is going on out here?
Well, first, let me let the viewers know what the breaking news is. Charlotte Oftenbrink, her last name is actually also Horning. She's related to a bunch of rich people that like to go around like causing problems, apparently. She's actually going around defaming me. She paid a public relations company by the name of Tread Avon Strategies out of Annapolis, owned and run by a guy named Len Foxwell. And then he has a buddy that reposts all of his stuff, or at least appears to, named Barry O'Connell on Facebook on this My Maryland Politics page. It's a little tiny crappy page that gets less views than baby pictures I post. So long story short, these people are paid by Charlotte, the former owner of Dan's Tap House. I believe it was sold. I'm not sure. I'm just speculating. She started paying these guys back when I was involved in the video production, when I put the video online about the judge getting tossed out for no reason and exposed what was going on at Dan's Tap House with the body camera footage. She literally had a PR firm about that time retained just to attack me and attack the guy suing her and try and destroy our public image and our credibility in the community in Washington County and in Frederick County with a series of false and defamatory Facebook posts. Saying things like I worked for the old man suing her and I was his employee and I'm paid to do this and all this stuff. No, I was pissed off when I saw the video on Ken Buckler's channel. I watched it, it was put out on his channel. I got pissed off. I stole it from Ken Buckler's channel and I then ran with it. I then took that video and it went viral, and I was then basically the target of false statements. I work for this guy. I'm one of these people. I'm a hillbilly. I'm a Nazi. I'm a redneck. Some of those statements are true. The hillbilly part, not hillbully. The redneck part, 100%. Long story short, it hasn't stopped. Dan's Tap House has closed. They're out of business. I would have thought that they would have stopped by now. Charlotte told me yesterday via Facebook Messenger, she hit me up in the DMs via Facebook Messenger that she has not paid them since March. I don't know why a strategy company that does consulting would continue to work for free. I don't know if they're working off the money that was paid beforehand. I don't know if the guy has just decided, I'm going to continue to avenge Dan's Tap House even though it doesn't exist and I'm not getting paid. That doesn't seem very likely. What seems more likely is that she's getting money from another source to continue her attacks on the guy suing her and myself. She's even gone so far as to defame and slander the good name of my disabled 4-year-old son. I am done. I am done. You guys want to come after my children? Now we have a serious problem. I spent all day yesterday speaking with I spoke with 3 attorneys yesterday. They're all going to be getting a little surprise in the mail here shortly. I am not going to tolerate anyone making false statements about myself or my children. It's not going to happen. If you make it on a public forum and you go out there and you do it with clear malicious intent, I'm going to hold you accountable. That is how it works. Okay, you don't go around lying about people and doing so intentionally, just making stuff up for profit, which is what Len Foxwell has done. He got paid to troll me online, but actually made false and defamatory statements. So he made all these ridiculous claims online.
So you've touched on a lot of subject right there. So, and I want to sort of unpack all of that. So first of all, Why are we here right now? Where are we? You gave me the press inquiry. You sent out the tip. You gave me a particular address. Where are we right now? What's the importance of where we are right now to break this news story?
We are in front of her house. That is her house back there. Okay, so we're in Myersville at the location where her rants and raves against me and others are transformed into attacks online through her surrogates that she's already admitted to paying. Len Foxwell with Trade Avon Strategies and Barry O'Connell. I don't know what he's getting out of it, but he's reposting all of their stuff. He could get absolutely nothing out of it. I don't know at this point in time. I don't really care. All I know is he's part of the chain of causation at this point, and all these people need to cease and desist what they're doing to everyone. I am not talking about just me.
So who is involved in this issue? You just said it's not just me. Who else are we talking about here?
Well, I'm not going to name names, but we've got an ex-boyfriend from years ago. We've got, and this is all in the post. We have all these hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of posts. These people have diarrhea of the mouth. They just keep giving evidence and evidence and evidence. They don't stop. So we have all these posts. So far, it's an ex-boyfriend from Montgomery County. Besides an ex-boyfriend from Montgomery County, there is the guy suing Dan's Tap House. He's being personally attacked. His family's being personally attacked. As far as I know, I think even some of his children are suffering as a result of the false and defamatory statements that poor man is suffering at the hands of Charlotte Oftenbrink. I don't think Dan is even involved in any of that stuff. Then there's the, who else do we have here? There's me. There's my 4-year-old son. There is, her most recent boyfriend.
So you've talked about Charlotte, you've named Len Foxwell, and you claim it's a group of people. Do you want to touch any more on that subject?
Yes.
To whom you think, because we're going to break this down piece by piece.
Yes.
This is going to be long-winded. First, I want to talk about is the who. Who is causing a harmful act towards you or other people? Who is the who?
Here's how it's going. Charlotte Oftenbrink hired Len Foxwell with Trade Avon Strategies, and either his partner, employee, friend, buddy, supporter, or confidant, someone who reposts his material, either for pay or for free, I don't know, then reposts all the garbage that he posts, and they try to get it out there to as many people as possible to cause as much harm and injury to the people they're going after.
What has she been saying about you particularly, about your son particularly, about the community in particular, that has really touched a nerve with you?
So here's the deal. My son has the same name.
Of course, yeah.
So anything she's saying about me, she's saying about my kid. But furthermore, beyond that, she's this Foxwell guy and her little surrogates that she's paid have said things like, I'm inbred, I'm a virgin, I'm celibate, I'm involuntarily celibate. So he calls me an incel or something. That's all fine and all that. But the big thing is he said that I was getting paid and that I worked for Glessner, and I was the Glessner Porter protest. Man, no one controls me. No one tells me what to do. There's no so-and-so and so-and-so protest. It's Shaun Porter's here, and he's protesting. That's all there is to it. I cannot be swayed in any way, shape, or form. I see something I don't like, I stand up for it. I stand up against it.
So you come out and you do protests. You sort of hold yourself out as a public figure. You do things that that get public attention.
Yep.
Are you concerned that everything that might transpire might be affected by the fact that many would consider you a public figure?
With a public figure, it has to rise to what's called actual malice. When you pay someone thousands of dollars to attack someone else, we're done. I mean, you don't have to guess at whether or not it was malicious.
Yeah.
People were paid to attack me with the purpose of silencing me, destroying my credibility, ruining my good name. My name is well respected throughout the community. So I don't want that tarnished. And this individual has done that. They've done so intentionally. I mean, she was admitting to paying them yesterday to me on Messenger.
What has your relationship been like in the past with Charlotte? Do you know her? Have you ever had a business relationship? Did you ever eat at Dan's and say, "Oh, hi, Charlotte"? Anything like that?
No, I've never met her, and honestly, I've said this before, I'm just not into fat chicks. Now's the time where everyone needs to stand up together against Charlotte Oftenbrink and her constant lying. She's literally a pathological liar. She said business had never been better after the the protest, and then they're closed a month later, 6 weeks later. What's up with that? So if business had never been better, why did you have to close down, and why did we not ever see any customers there after that weekend? It seems like it dropped to like nothing once the media coverage started.
Mm-hmm. So here we are today. You've brought me out here. You're here. There's the white rabbit walking around here. What is your goal? People are going to see this interview. They're going to see us out here talking. They're going to hear your perspective on what's going on here. What's your end goal here? Do you have one?
It is not to be out here dealing with some mean girl and having to play games in court. This lady is wasting my time. She's wasting everybody's time. She's literally Regina George from the movie Mean Girls. That is literally what I would describe her as, in my opinion. She's like, you know, Regina George from Mean Girls.
What's your motivation to come out here today and actually stand near her lot?
Well, my motivation to come here today is the fact that this is where it's happening. So we should report the news where it happens, right?
Correct.
We're in like the defamation depot here. Like, this is where it's all going on. Right behind me here is where this psychopath lives. This crazy woman who will not leave any of us alone. She actually had her little sister hit me up and try and keep me from protesting and stuff and try and sway me.
How much animosity do you hold towards this Len Foxwell gentleman? I mean, isn't he just sort of doing his job? If his job is to protect Charlotte and protect Dan's, and what is your take on that?
Defamation is illegal. It's a civil tort. He's not putting out positive spins on stuff. He's literally lying and making up facts that aren't true and then using them to try to hurt people. So if he wants to bully me, that's cool. I'm very easy to find. I'm in front of Charlotte's house right now. What, you know, you're gonna sit there on your keyboard and talk trash? Like, this is not normal for a man. This is normal for like a 12-year-old boy. So this guy is no man. He sits there and he talks trash. He won't back it up. He won't show up. He won't talk to your face. He won't have a discussion with you. He literally just sends out little blurbs of hate across the internet.
And I didn't know what was going on out here today, but now I do. Levi Trumbull reporting in Myersville, Maryland. All right, guys, Levi Trumbull coming at you from Frederick, Maryland. I just got a text message from Shaun Porter. He says he has an update to share with everyone in relationship to the story that I covered yesterday, in where he claimed that Charlotte Often Brink was defaming him, and that she was doing this through several other entities as well, one being a PR firm. So I don't know what's going on. He says he has an update that he wants to share in regards to this whole situation. We're going to get him on the phone. We're going to hear what he has to say, and we're going to let him present his allegations and update us on the situation. So we're going to give him a call right now, put him on speakerphone, and see what's going on. Hey, Shaun Porter, what's going on? I'm just reaching out on a recorded line, as I'm sure you know. You advised me that you had an update in relationship to the story in which I covered yesterday. You brought me out there. I didn't know what was going on at first. You made the allegation that you believe that Charlotte Often Brink, through several entities and herself, were defaming you. But you said you had an update in relationship to that story. So what is the update that you would like to share with everyone?
Well, from what I gathered, Len Foxwell, basically right after this video aired, deleted every single post regarding me. The Barry O'Connell guy, from what I can tell, deleted every single post regarding me, and I believe others that were also being disparaged and lied about online. Every single post on the My Maryland Now Politics, or whatever the heck that little page was, it looks like all those posts are gone as well, except for the ones that I posted informing everybody that I was on a warpath to go after anybody that made false statements about myself or my child.
Okay, that's interesting. So all the posts, all the derogatory, defamatory posts in which we had a conversation about yesterday, you're claiming that those posts, as of today, have now been removed?
Not only that, I think Charlotte Often Brink has disabled her Facebook profile. I can't find any false or defamatory information on me there. I believe Mike Skinner did the same exact thing. That's, of course, the guy who kicked out the judge famously in the news broadcast that was on that body camera footage. Mike Skinner, former general manager of Dan's Empty Corner, is what we call it now, because it's just an empty corner. But Dan's Tap House general manager, he looks like he's deleted everything. Charlotte Offenbright's deleted everything. Everybody who would be named in any sort of defamation action from me has cleaned up their act all at once. And immediately after the broadcast of the video of the breaking news of what was going on in regards to the conspiracy to defame and slander multiple people in the community, both in printed text and in verbal communications. It seems to have all stopped like magic, like YouTube magic. They have all stopped running their mouth about me and about basically everybody they were running their mouth about. It looks like everything has been taken down, which is smart. There's no reason for them to go around doing this. I did my protest on the 25th, and I covered subsequent news updates regarding the story, and the place is closed. You know, they're beating a dead horse, so to speak. And the fact that they're bringing my kids into it, they're saying, you know, family of retards, inbreds, incels, I'm a virgin. I mean, just what kind of 12-year-old stuff is that? This is supposed to be a political strategist, Len Foxwell, who's worked for people in high offices as a political consultant. And Charlotte Offenbright, a woman with trust funds, $800 shoes, and $1,000 eyelash jobs, at least from what I've been told, is reaching out to just squash a 4-year-old disabled kid in Washington County. Is that the story? That's literally what was going on.
So then, okay, so you have made the claim right there that all of these posts in which you allege are defamatory are gone. You've made that claim at this point. Do you think that they have done that on their own accord, or do you think that they have been advised to do that?
That question calls for speculation.
It does.
I'm not going to answer it. What I will tell you is my direct firsthand knowledge is that the posts are gone immediately after a video exposing how horribly Charlotte has been defaming people in the community. So it just seems kind of coincidental to me. Maybe they got advice, which would be sound advice, which is to stop this childish horse crap, stop destroying people's lives, stop destroying children's good names, and move on with your life. That's a smart thing to do. I can only attest to my state of mind. I can't testify to Charlotte's state of mind, but I can attest to my state of mind, and that is that I've already had my children, and I don't care about anything. I'm ready to die today. I will not allow my good name to be slandered, defamed, whatever form of falsehood the falsehood takes. I'm not going to allow it. I will not let that happen, and I don't have any concern whatsoever for the consequences for anybody at this point in time. I am literally not going to take it. It's been going on since February. It stops now. And any way that it has to stop, it will stop. And it looks like it did stop, so now I can just focus on my life.
Are you satisfied at this point? I mean, is this like a point in which you can say, I can take a breath of fresh air? You know, the posts. I mean, do you think this is an ending point? I guess is the question that I'm asking you.
No, it's definitely not an ending point because
you don't think they're still going. You're still gonna send them.
The cease and desist still going out in the mail. I'm still preparing as if this matter is going to be before court, and I'm just planning on that. And until I have concrete proof that this shit is over with, I'm just going to prepare for the worst. I can't take a breath of fresh air because, as you know, all that Canadian forest fire smoke is all over the area, making it, not good to breathe. So I can't take a breath of fresh air until this Canadian smoke leaves. But I'm at least a little bit less on edge, which is always a good thing for everybody around me, that I'm not wound up tight like a drum.
Do you have anything in closing? Is there any final thoughts that you have that you would just like to add? This is within what, like 1 day? It's just less than one day. It's just like, and you're saying that all these posts are gone. You see an absence of Charlotte's Facebook and an absence of Mike's Facebook. That's quick, and that doesn't seem to me like it could all be coincidental, right?
Look, sometimes people will screw with you until they find out how far you're actually willing to go, and then they get really, really terrified when they realize that I'm willing to go to the point where I don't value my own life, and they still value theirs. So that means that I literally have nothing left to lose mentally, and I will go as far as it takes, legally to make sure things are set straight. I'm just, my name is my name. I'm Shaun Porter. You're not going to defame me. You're not going to run around lying about me to other people. I'm setting the record straight no matter what I have to do. I really don't care what the cost is. I don't care what has to happen. You are not going to run your mouth about me without suffering massive, massive retaliation. And this is all I care about right now is clearing my good name.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you, in the past 24 hours, have had a little bit of a success in doing that. So we will leave it at that. We will see what's next to come. And we will let you do you, as I know that you will do.
You're damn straight.
All right. Talk to you soon, all right?
Take care, sir.
Thank you.